Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Jerry and I'm hailing you from the Antares shipyard, and today we're going to go into Wave 20 with our re-reviews, starting with the U.S.S. Hathaway. Again, the Hathaway's appearance in Star Trek lore is during the TNG episode where they were doing a battle simulation between the Constellation class and a Galaxy class. They had all of their weapons disconnected to do that battle simulation, and the Ferengi came in, wondering why two Federation ships were fighting each other. Good episode. I really enjoyed that episode. So let's see if that is reflected in this pack at all. So we're starting with the U.S.S. Hathaway, which is a Constellation class 3143. During the activation phase, you may perform a second action from your action bar as a free action. If you do so, place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. I really enjoy that ability, as it allows me to do a second action for the cost of an aux power token. And really, you could do a lot with that second action for that aux power token. And then there's ways to get rid of that aux power token, or to not even take it at all. Standard Federation action bar, tech weapon crew, cost 22. Really like this ship. It is a little bit flimsy in terms of HP, but for what it is, it's a really good ship, and I really do enjoy it. Alright, looking at the maneuver dial, we've got the Constellation class maneuver dial here. Got red turns 3 and a reverse 1. But that 180 degree forward firing arc is really what makes this ship shine. You don't need these turns if you got these and these banks here, because you can get most of everything you want in that arc. So, we got the generic here coming in at 20. No tech, just a weapon and crew, 3142, standard Fed action bar. Again, not bad. Not a generic that I typically go for, but not bad. So the first captain in this pack is a captain that I like to build with a lot. William T. Riker. When attacking a ship with a larger hull value than your ship, you roll plus one attack dice, or plus one attack die. When defending against a ship with a larger hull value than your ship, you roll plus one defense die. That's amazing. I use him in builds where I use small hulled ships all the time to get these buffs, and having the buffs on both ends is perfect. We got a skill of 7, elite talent slot, cost of 4. I think this is a pretty good thematic William T. Riker for the episode, because we saw him pull out a lot of tricks against the Enterprise and a much bigger target, and they were able to kind of hold their own. So I do really enjoy this Riker. Then we've got your generic Federation captain, and then we've got an elite talent here, improvise, cost of 5. During the combat phase, when attacking or defending, you may disable this card or any number of your other upgrades to reroll a number of your attack or defense dice equal to the number of your upgrades you disabled with this ability, not including this card. Again, another really good elite talent that I really like. It is a disable, and then you're disabling a bunch of stuff to get a reroll. So it's one of those cards that, oh no, I don't have a target lock. Well, I only need to reroll these 2 dice. So you can disable improvise and 2 other upgrades on your ship to reroll those 2 dice. Now, you are doing something and you're going to pay for it later, because you have to find a way to re-enable those cards, either through your action or through another card in the game. But improvise is, again, one of those good cards that's needed in a pinch. Then we got photon torpedoes, which you have to have a target lock to attack. This is a 5 dice attack, range 2 to 3, cost of 5. Spin your target lock and place 3 time tokens on this card to perform this attack. You may convert one of your battle station results into a crit result. You may fire this weapon from your forward or rear firing arcs. So this is just the old torpedoes. They're adding the time token flavoring onto it. Kind of obsolete nowadays with the new Fed torpedoes, but experimental torpedo bay kind of brings us back into the fold. So it'll be interesting to see where this card goes in the future. And then we come to probably one of the most controversial cards in this game. It is Warp Jump. It's a tech, cost of 5. At the start of the combat phase, before any attacks have been made, you may discard this card to remove your ship from the play area. At the end of the combat phase, after all other ships have attacked, place your ship anywhere in the play area but not within range 1 to 3 of any ship. All tokens that were beside your ship are removed. You cannot attack during the round in which you use this ability. So this card is very thematic for the episode that it came from, where the Hathaway, where the Enterprise fired torpedoes at the Hathaway, and the Hathaway had to warp before those torpedoes exploded. Now, the reason why it's so controversial is there were high-level competitors playing with a bunch of these cards because it's not unique. It's not one per ship. So they were playing. They brought a bunch of these on smaller ship builds. They would come in. They would take a small amount of points off that ship by either ganking, which gets you points, or destroying a small ship, and then they would just continually warp jump off the board and kind of run around the board until time got wasted and or time ran out, and they won the game that way. Affected some high level tournaments back in the day. This is really the only set of cards that has been hit with the banhammer. The first tech in this is Navigational Station. After you perform a green maneuver, you may disable this card to immediately perform an evade action as a free action. No ship may be equipped with more than one Navigational Station upgrade at a cost of 4. I really like what this card does. Cost of 4 I don't think is needed here because it is a disable. When you've got cards like Valeris who kind of do the same thing, where you do a green maneuver, you get an evade token. And even then, I think she costs 2 or 3. Because this card is a disable, to get that, I think 2 or 3 is kind of the right area where this card needs to be recosted down. Leaning towards more of the 2, just because of the disable. If it was worded like Valeris, then probably a 3. Overall, not a bad card at all. And then we got Wesley Crusher. At the start of the game, place up to 3 Federation tech upgrades, each 4 SP or less, face under this card. During the activation phase, you may discard this card and flip one of these upgrades face up and deploy it to your ship, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. If you do so, remove the other 2 face down upgrades from the game and place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. Cost of 5. I understand what they're going for here. It's very thematic to the episode because Wesley would take things from the Enterprise without people knowing. His science project that kind of got the Hathaway up and running. But in terms of attack wing, I feel he's overcosted for what exactly he does. He does get to bring a tech to the game at a cost of 4 or less, and maybe there are some new techs out there that cost that are worth bringing with Crusher. But again, you're spending 5 points to put a 4-point tech under him that you're going to use. Now, you could look at it another way, be like, yeah, but Jerry, you're spending 5 points to bring up to, 16 points worth of tech? No, 12 points worth of tech. So, sorry, I'm not feeling well, so not doing math very well in my head. So 12 points of tech could be worth it. But my only argument is, yeah, but you're almost paying half that cost with Crusher. Either way, I really hope that his card gets looked at and we get another Wesley Crusher here in the future. But time will tell. Next crew is Worf. Cost of 5. When defending, you may disable this card. If you do so, the attacking ship rolls 1 fewer attack die and cannot spend battle station or target lock token to modify its attack roll, and your ship may roll its full defense dice in spite of any presence of scan tokens besides the attacking ship. Again, very thematic to the episode, as Worf was Riker's first officer, kind of the tactician in the whole War Games planning. This card is really, really good. It is really, really good. It is not top tier Worf by any means on my own tier rankings. He is probably below the Federation vs. Klingon Core starter set Worf. I have seen this card get played a lot. It's been used against me, and when you have a perfect shot lined up and you've got battle stations and target lock for that quality, it hurts when they disable this card and now your quality's gone. You can't do anything. Cost of 5. I think he's perfectly costed, believe it or not, mainly because of all of the things that he does. So cost of 5, perfect. It's a good card. And then we got the last card of the pack, which is another crew. We've got Geordie LaForge. All of your tech upgrades cost -1. Already like that. When defending, during the roll dice step, you may disable this card to roll 1 additional defense dice for each tech upgrade deployed to your ship, +2 max. So, again, another really good card, and another very thematic card, kind of representing what Geordie had to work with on the Hathaway and getting it to work. Really, really enjoy this. This is another good card. It is probably costed again right. If not, maybe it should have been a 4-point card. I think it's in the 4-5, leaning towards a 4. But imagine this card and the U.S.S. Dauntless. Now you're probably asking, well, how do you get Geordie LaForge on the Dauntless? There's no crew slots. That's where Federation Prototype, the Starship Construction card, comes in, because Dauntless is one of those non-Federation ships that can take the Federation Prototype card. And then all of a sudden you got Geordie LaForge on there, because that provides a crew slot. And then he adds another tech slot, and now you've got all these tech slots that are getting discounted, and you've got more than 2. I think this card gets hurt by the +2 max, but there again, I think it's a good card. I would have liked to see it get recosted down to 4 if it were ever to be looked at. So this was a blind booster, or not a blind booster. This was an actual pack that came out. So it did come with a mission card, and I do want to take a look at that. I'm sorry, I know I'm kind of in the way here, but I'll scroll up. So the mission that came with this wave, or this pack, was the battle simulation. It is Ferengi Federation flavored. Number of players is 2. You need a planet token and 5 mission tokens for it. A simulation is being conducted in the Brasloda system between the U.S.S. Enterprise D, commanded by Jean-Luc Picard, and the U.S.S. Hathaway. Oh, let me zoom out. I just realized that you can't see all the text. I know it's going to be kind of hard to read. I do apologize. Maybe I can fix my screen on the fly here. No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, it's fine. I'll just read it out. You guys can find the mission cards. I'll zoom back in here. We'll go back to the original. All right. Commanded by Jean-Luc Picard and the U.S.S. Hathaway, commanded by William T. Riker, while the 2 Federation captains are matching wits in a simulation in which their weapon systems have been disabled or disengaged, they are set upon by a Ferengi Marauder. So the setup, the Ferengi player gets 40 SP, including 1 and only 1 Ferengi Marauder. The Federation player gets 80 SP, including 1 only the U.S.S. Enterprise D, which must have Jean-Luc Picard assigned as the captain, and the U.S.S. Hathaway, which must have William T. Riker assigned as the captain. The map setup, you're going to place the planet token directly in the center of the play area. Federation ships are placed within range 1 of the planet token and must be facing the north edge of the play area. And then the Ferengi ship is placed in a 4-inch by 36-inch area along the northern edge of the play area. You place the 5 mission tokens in a stack besides the play area. So special rules. We got battle simulation. The weapon system on the 2 Federation ships have been disengaged to prevent ships from damaging each other during the battle. For the first 5 rounds of the battle between the Ferengi ship and the Federation ship, neither of the Federation ships can perform any type of attacks against the Ferengi ship. During the end phase of each round, remove 1 mission token from the stack besides the play area from the game. When the last mission token is removed, the Federation ships may begin to attack the Ferengi ship. Neither of the Federation ships can be equipped with any upgrade that allows the ship to cancel an attack. Cancel an attack will reduce the amount of damage from an attack against their ship. The objectives for this is the Ferengi player, you win if you destroy the Federation ships. Complete victory is both Federation ships are destroyed, or a marginal victory is 1 Federation ship is destroyed. And of course the Federation players, you win if you destroy the Ferengi ship. And then there are the mission cards that are associated with that. And that is it. Really, it seems like it could be a fun mission. I haven't actually played this one. So I am looking forward to giving that a try at some point in the near future. You can find all the missions on Utopia under the mission viewer. They have been added in there, so go check that out. There'll be a link to that in the description below, along with a link to the set viewer for this ship in the description. But let me know in the comment section below. Let's continue the conversation. What cards do you think were done dirty in this pack? What do you think they missed? What do you think they did well? I want to hear it all. I want to hear your war stories if you've played with the Hathaway. Um, if these are videos that you really like, consider giving us a subscribe. It really helps kind of grow the engagement. And give us a like on the video. That way we can know that you like this content and we can keep trying to push this content out. Also, consider joining the Discord server, which will have a link in the description below. The Fremont Reformation Discord server is probably the largest attack wing server out there on Discord, and we talk attack wing all the time, 24/7. We do a lot of rules analysis, and we do have tournaments every now and again that we play on Tabletop Simulator, but those are free to join if you wish. Again, you'll find the link in the description box below. And until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard.